guys.
And shut up.
Go for it.
Hey guys, it's Darren from Off-Road TV, and I've got Jake with me here, and he's going to tell us what this is and why this is. So Jake, what is it?
Right, this is a 2021 Patrol TIL. Originally wanted to get a TI, but they weren't available, so got a TIL. So why I chose this car? It's a natural aspirated V8. It's got a ton of power. It's got 400 horsepower from the factory, and if you supercharge it, you can get close to 600. But so far, it's got plenty of power. What I did to it, so here at the front, as you can see, got a few lights. Yes, I'm afraid of dark, but also I don't run all of them at the same time. So I run the main spotties and sometimes the side spotties on long stretches of road where I'm driving. I have them off and only run this light bar and the top light bar in a bush to have a little bit more spread. So just two separate things. Interesting thing on these is I bought this little controller. There is a unit in the front on the top, and you can control all the lights and all the things, including the winch, just from inside, and it goes through this box. So then all the lights, all the accessories just connect here. They don't have to run inside. So that's pretty cool mod that I did with this.
Who are these lights by?
So these are all steady lights. I'm not affiliated with any brand, but the bar actually came with steady bar and steady foggies. So I just kind of went with that route. They're pretty good so far, good performance. Can't be happier.
Makes sense. All right. What else have you done?
So as you can see, obviously front bar. This is the Rustler Front Bar. It's a winch bar, so it comes with a 12,000 pound carbon winch. Underbody protection that runs from here all the way to the back. What else in the front? One interesting mod that I've done to this one is I have a solenoid isolator for the winch, so if I need to winch, I don't have to turn the knob. I can just press the button inside and it automatically turns on. Otherwise, that's it for now. Eventually there'll be snorkel that will go into the airbox, but that's being powder coated right now. Oh yes, I do have a secondary battery. So it's just a little battery here in a corner, and that's just if I'm running all the lights, or if I need to winch while running the lights and this one starts running low, I can connect that one in. Yeah. And when I turn the winch on, that one automatically joins that one connect. Yeah, okay. Just to give it extra boost. And that it charges through DC-DC charger, and I do have a little solar plug here so I can recharge the batteries from solar. That's the front.
Alright, what do you want to show us next?
That's a monster.
Where? Oh jeez,
That's a blend.
Holy shit.
Oh, he's hiding. That's a big boy. Look at that, he's the size of my tire. You don't want to get bitten by these.
Definitely not.
Couple of weeks of pain.
Okay,
Alright,
Jake.
so there's a bull ant engineering my tire right now.
Talking of tires and wheels, talk us through what you've got going on here.
Alright, so this car can fit 35-inch tires with stock suspension.
Yep.
But I do have a 2-inch lift on this. It's a proper coil lift, so it's a little bit more robust. And so I fitted, there's 18-inch alloys. I can't get any smaller because of the brake pads, but 18-inch alloys and 35-inch Nito trail grappler, Nito trail grappler MTs, buddies. Nito trail grappler. These.
Have you got this?
Nito's trail grappler mud tires.
I thought I asked a fairly simple question, but obviously not.
It's a bloody wheel, mate.
Alright. Are you not worried about dinging these alloys? They're rather nice.
Yeah, not really. I mean, the car is designed for rough life.
Yeah.
If they get dinged up, they get dinged up. It's just the part of the life. I do have a spare one just in case.
Yeah.
But no, it should be alright.
Okay. And what's this you've got going on here? along your sides.
Yeah, so speaking of dinging up or scratching, so these are the bush barrier panels. They run the whole side of the car. They're basically a giant fridge magnet, so they just stick to the car and protect your paint, so you can't get any scratches on that, but you can always take them off if you need to. So it's a fairly good solution for now.
Alright, good. And the steps?
Yeah, so these are actually interesting. These are, so most of the car was built by the 4x4 mechanic down here in Perth, and they designed and got these manufactured to their specs. So these are custom made side steps,
Okay.
and they're just really proper.
Yeah.
They've got holes in them for water to escape if anything gets on top.
Yeah.
And we've had the whole car sitting basically on one of the steps, and this thing is almost 4 tons and it didn't budge.
Yeah, they look solid.
Yeah.
They do. That's good. Alright, so what do you got up top? You've got the awning and you've got the rooftop tent. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, actually quite a few things. I try to keep it light, so most of the things are light, but there's quite a few things. So there's the 3/4 Dash off-road roof rack.
Yeah.
And that base holds the rooftop tent. I've got the Darchi 180 awning, so if there's no wind, it can pretty much stay by itself unsupported. But you just put 2 poles down and it's fairly sturdy. And then in the front I've got the steady light bar, and then on each side I've got tiny little light bars for camping. This one is actually hidden down here, so when I take the awning up, it gives you light here.
That's a great idea.
So those are 3 around, and then on top of the tent there's just max racks.
Okay.
The tent is a Motop tent. You can buy them pretty much anywhere in Australia. They are just alloy construction, really sturdy, quite narrow, so you can fit in a garage, or at least I can fit in a garage, just. So I'm super happy with them.
And what do you like about the rooftop tent? Why that choice?
There's a few reasons. One, what do you get for the price? But also, on top of the tent, you can walk on that. You can strap things to the top. It's got rails all around the side, so all of these things are strapped basically to the tent and to the roof rack.
That's good. Alright, let's move on round. Okay, so you've done a little bit of work here.
Yeah, so moving around, the obvious thing, we've got a rear bar with the 2 arms. That's also Rustler, same as the front bar. And that gives us room to put a long range fuel tank underneath. So there's 140 litre main tank that came with the car, and there's 150 litre long range tank that fits underneath because the wheel is relocated there. Yeah. So that's the kind of obvious thing. But then inside, I custom built this. There will be a video, or actually a series of videos on how I built it. But it's basically a force floor running all the way underneath. It's hiding 200 amp lithium slimline batteries. And then I've got these 2 drawers. This space here, that's where I put my table, so it slides nicely in, and when I'm on the side of the road, I can just pull the table out halfway and cook on it. And
this battery, this is a fairly new design, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is actually from local guys here in Perth. They're called Allspark. They developed these, they manufacture these, and this is one of the first 2, I think this is actually serial number 1 and 2 that have been fitted in a car. So they're super slim, they're about that thick. So there's one here and there's one from the other side underneath the force floor.
Yeah, I really like that.
And they just runs to the inverter and to the DC-DC charger.
Great idea. That's good. And
so as you said before, all of this is basically just so I can make a cappuccino in the bush. So yeah, now this is my coffee machine. I love coffee, and it doesn't matter where I am, I want to have a good coffee. So it's just a little coffee machine.
We're looking forward to trying that.
Yeah. Otherwise the drawers, they don't look too big, but they extend quite a lot. So this is my recovery section. So this is where all the ropes and gear and gloves and snatch straps and everything lives. This is my fixing and plugging things section. So this is like JB welds, some tape, some glues, things like that.
Yep.
This is just a section for these basic like WD-40 and degreasers and oil and things like that. And then at the back there's all my pegs. There's a top underneath there, and it's just like camping stuff.
That's great. Saves it all rattling around in the cover.
Yeah, so there's this one, and then this one In the front here, it's my pantry. So I've got my it's a gas stove. Here's all my cutlery, jet boil, or fire-related things.
Yeah.
Here's all my pans and pots, rubbish bags, cups for my coffees, and then behind that is my shed. So this is where all my tools live, my hammers and axes and ratchets and everything to fix things around.
You're pretty organized then.
Yeah, I tried to keep it organized. I kind of learned, as I went from experience, and this is the way that I like it. I think everyone's got different setups.
Okay.
But this just really works for me. Yeah.
And what you got going on here? Because not everyone will know exactly what this is. So what...
Oh yeah, this is the Maxtrax recovery hitch. The good thing about these, I'm trying to stay away from like metal shackles and anything that can really fly and hit people.
Yeah.
So this one works with their soft shackles.
Okay.
So I really like that.
Yes.
I do have another one that's like a basic one, just if I'm somewhere and nobody has soft shackles.
Yeah.
As an emergency, but this is the way to go for me.
Okay. No, it's good. It's good.
Alright. And then there's a fridge.
Which actually works now.
Yeah, so the fridge finally works. I've been driving around with a fridge that hasn't been working for like a month now. But that finally works. It's connected to the batteries. This is a little bit of a DIY, same as this whole thing. And this is just a standard slide. It's a flat standard slide.
Yeah. But
I 3D printed a handle.
Oh wow.
And I put 2 hinges on either side.
Yeah.
And so now it becomes a tilt slide.
That's perfect.
And it just hooks at the back so it doesn't hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then I can access both of the compartments of the fridge. And then I can just lift it up and pull it straight back. Whoop.
That's a great idea.
Cut it out. And then I can just lift it up really easily and put it back in.
That is very easy.
Super simple.
Good.
Right?
Impressive.
Yeah.
All right. What else have you got to show us?
So that's pretty much it on the back. Inside.
So, what's going on here? You got a lot of gadgetry going on.
I've got quite a few gadgets. I like gadgets. I'm an IT guy, so I love gadgets. So this is kind of my cockpit, and I kind of like it to feel like that.
Yep.
So yeah, we got a satellite phone. I 3D printed my own bracket and installed that, so that charges in there, and the antenna's pointed kind of towards outside as much as I can. Obviously, got my phone here. I got my tablet here.
Yep.
So I've had a few different things. I've had HEMA maps. I had the Garmin Overlander. I like having the maps, but on the tablet for the same price pretty much, I can have all the maps I want to. Can have any other maps as well. I can unplug it and take it with me because it just unclips like that.
Yeah.
It comes with me, so I can take it to my tent. I can watch movies on it. I can plan my next day trip. So that's kind of my unit for everything.
That's a great display. It's really good.
Yeah. I've got a GME radio, so that's just hidden under the console. There's going to be a video on how I installed it, step by step, and with the antenna, so you can watch that. And it just connects up here.
Yeah. All right. And this is the switch.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the command center. So this is my big spotties, small spotties, big light bar, small light bar. These are the camping lights, left side, right side, and rear. And this is my winch. And then the winch also connects the batteries together.
Okay, like that. It's good.
Yeah. So I try to keep it kind of as simple as possible. And then there's my long-range fuel tank controller. So yeah, but most of the things can be taken off very quickly. Most of the brackets are kind of hidden underneath the paneling, so I can put it back to pretty much stock.
Yeah.
And I remove everything.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah. And then I didn't know that when I bought it, but it was a surprise. But it was a good surprise. This thing actually is a fridge underneath.
Nice.
So it keeps your drinks cool.
Yeah, perfect.
That's awesome.
All right.
But yep, that's it.
Good. So you've done a lot of mods. What's next?
Done a few. As I mentioned, the snorkel needs to come on. So that's being powder coated. That's really the last kind of major mod that it's still missing. But then stay tuned for next year. Next year there is something big coming.
Look forward to it.
Or leaving the car, but yeah, there's gonna be a big mod that's coming next year, so stay tuned for that.
Cool.
If you guys do have any suggestions on what I should do to the car or what you've done to the car that you think is cool, send it through to us. If you have a video on your car or what you've done to your car, send it to us and we can upload it as well.
Perfect. All right, thanks for that.
Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash the bell button.